It's that time of year, summer camp. And thanks to NAU's forestry department, young campers have a unique opportunity at NAU's Centennial Forest to get up close and personal with the forest.
I want you then to hold it flat in front of your face, and I want you to put red in the shed. I want to know which direction is west.
It's called the Junior Forester Academy. Some of these campers are regulars who've been coming to camp since it was started in 2004. It's Jessica McMillen's fourth year, and she's moved up to a counselor in training. She says it's a great experience, and it's helped her relate to her parents who work in forestry.
Because it's a lot different being out in the field than opposed to just, I know when we're driving around places and my dad will always be pointing out things about the forest, but I never really knew what was going on, so this has helped a lot.
Jessica plans to return next summer as a junior trainer, the next step toward being a camp counselor. Director Cheryl Miller says she's proud of McMillen and other alumni who share their forest knowledge and enthusiasm with other campers.
Well, our overall goal is to nurture the love of nature in kids, get them out in the forest, show them why it's wonderful, why it's not scary, and why it's a place that needs to be protected. You know, as Aldo Leopold said, we only protect what we love, and we really want to ignite that fire in these kids. But I think the actual skills that they walk away from is being able to walk out in the forest and say, hey, there's 100-year-old stumps out here. Those used to be trees. Those were cut a long time ago. That's really changed our forest.
The Junior Forester Academy inspired Maureen McGuire and helped define her career goals. She graduated from NAU with a Parks and Recreation degree and will start a Master's in Education this fall.
Part of my reason for getting into education and the outdoors is I think that a lot of people are moving away from being in the outdoors, especially in our park systems, knowing that a lot of our lands are, different things are happening with them. A lot of them aren't going to be around for a long time in the same ways that they were when I was a child, when you were a child, when our parents were children, our grandparents. And I think a lot of kids need to have that experience of connecting with nature to be able to preserve it for the future.
For these campers, the stewardship begins right away. Each person is assigned a 10th-acre parcel of forest to manage. On this first day, they use their newly acquired compass skills and pacing to set their boundaries and begin work.
They will measure something each day, so they'll measure biodiversity, they'll measure risk of wildfire, they'll measure habitat suitability. Would squirrels like to live in my plot? And then the wonderful thing is that at the end of the week, they make a poster presentation with all their data and also management recommendations. So would I cut trees in this plot? Would I burn this plot? Would I build a pond? Sometimes they want to build a skate park, you know, whatever makes them happy. But the point is to put them in the shoes of managers so that they start to think, you know, I am an environmental steward, and this is important to me, and I have a say in what's going on out here, and I need to have my voice heard.
Miller says working as a forester gives these young people a sense of ownership of public lands and helps them realize they can make a difference in the future of the forest.
This is the most important pocket, I think, and one of the most important functions is to have your compass tied right on there so you don't drop it. These have water in them and can crack easily. And if you need the azimuth back to your truck and your compass breaks, you're in trouble.
This camp has prospered because of financial support from numerous organizations and companies. Many of these junior foresters are on full or partial scholarship with money donated to the academy. And many of the supplies are donated too, like these forester vests, paid for by the Northern Arizona Loggers Association, and a brand new Ramada.
And one of the really wonderful things is that it's made of mostly restoration byproducts. So these poles have come off of our thinning sails. They've been hand peeled by a conservation corps. And then we had them put together by a group of Mennonites that came out from Wisconsin and were, you know, hand carving all the notches, and it was just a wonderful experience to see it get put together and then to actually see it come to fruition after all of our work.
The Ramada will be used year-round for activities on NAU's Centennial Forest, but this time of year it's junior foresters enjoying the great outdoors. Tents are a new experience for some of these youngsters who live in Tucson, Tuba City, Seligman. And Counselor Cory Nations from Bullhead City says he understands their enthusiasm for camping in the mountains.
Especially for the people who live in Phoenix and in Tucson and the rest of the more desert sections of Arizona. You get a real nice chance to get up high in elevation, the largest continuous ponderosa pine forest in the country, and really experience what it's like to be out in the woods where it can actually get cold at night as opposed to hot desert sun all day and all night.
Many forester activities enjoyed by these campers will be offered to the entire family soon during a forestry family camp, giving even more people the opportunity to learn about stewardship and appreciation of our forests.
All right, is everybody ready?